Once upon a time, in a peaceful suburban neighborhood, there lived a family named the Johnsons. They were a loving family consisting of Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, their two children, Emily and Ethan. The Johnsons had always enjoyed the tranquility of their surroundings until a new neighbor moved in next door. The new neighbor, Mr. Wilson, seemed pleasant at first. He was an elderly man with a hunched back, thinning white hair, and a pair of piercing blue eyes that sent shivers down anyone's spine. His house was old and dilapidated, covered in vines that seemed to crawl up the walls like sinister tendrils. The once vibrant flowers in his yard had withered away, leaving behind an eerie atmosphere. As days turned into weeks, strange occurrences began to unfold. Late at night, the Johnsons could hear unsettling noises coming from Mr. Wilson's property. It sounded like whispers carried by the wind, accompanied by the faint sound of creaking floorboards. Emily and Ethan would often wake up in the middle of the night, terrified by the eerie sounds that echoed through their shared bedroom wall. One day, while playing fetch with Max in their backyard, Emily noticed something odd. She saw Mr. Wilson digging a deep hole in his backyard, his frail body struggling with each shovel of dirt. Curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to investigate further. That evening, as the sun began to set, Emily tiptoed across the fence separating their properties and quietly made her way towards Mr. Wilson's yard. She hid behind a tree, peering through its branches to get a better view of what he was doing. To her horror, she saw him unearthing a small wooden box from the ground. As Mr. Wilson opened the box, a chilling gust of wind swept through the air, causing Emily to shiver involuntarily. Inside the box, she caught a glimpse of something that made her heart race with fear: a collection of ancient looking photographs, all depicting people with terrified expressions. Suddenly, Mr. Wilson turned his gaze towards Emily, his piercing blue eyes locking onto hers. Panic flooded through her veins as she stumbled backward, trying to escape his gaze. She ran back to her house, gasping for breath, and quickly locked all the doors and windows. That night, the Johnsons huddled together in their living room, their eyes wide with terror. They could hear Mr. Wilson's footsteps outside their house, growing louder and closer with each passing moment. The whispers from his yard grew louder as well, filling their home with an eerie symphony of dread. Just as they thought they were trapped in a nightmare, the police arrived. It turned out that Emily's disappearance had been noticed by a vigilant neighbor who had immediately called the authorities. The police arrested Mr. Wilson, discovering a dark secret hidden within his home. It was revealed that Mr. Wilson had been a notorious serial killer in his younger days, responsible for the disappearances of several people in different neighborhoods. The photographs Emily had seen were his twisted trophies, capturing the fear he had instilled in his victims. The Johnsons moved away from that neighborhood soon after, seeking solace in a new place far from the horrors they had experienced. Though they left a sinister neighbor behind, they would forever be haunted by the memories of Mr. Wilson and the chilling whispers that still echoed in their dreams. Thank you for listening to this horror story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe my channel, like the video, and write your comments.